All right, so this is a look at the XJB mini projector. I'm going to show you right here. We've got it set up just for now on the bed because I just kind of want to show you what it looks like. I'm probably about 5 feet away from the wall, and I feel like this is a pretty good distance for this mini projector because it's going to be nice and sharp. And usually when people have it in their living room, they'll have it down on, like, let's say their coffee table, and that's about as far as it would be from the wall. Now you can go further, but remember, the further you go and the higher it goes, the worse the resolution is going to get. So having it at a distance, something like this, I feel like is a really nice setup. So let's go ahead and go through some of the menu options in the remote that comes with it. So right now we're kind of just playing a YouTube video, and I've got it connected to our home Wi-Fi. If I click the home button, you can see in the front page it's got a couple options. It's got Netflix, YouTube, Google Play, and then down here you have other applications. Let's click into here and I'll show you that. You can add these other ones on here. They also have the Google Play Store. Since this is an Android operating system device, you are able to add stuff from the Play Store. It also has Miracast, so if you wanted to cast something from your phone, you definitely can. And then on the back of it, it also has HDMI plugs as well as some other connections. So if we go back, let's go back to that home page again. We've got our settings. So one of the first things you're going to want to do when you get this projector is you're going to need to connect it to your Wi-Fi so that you can play any type of video on here. So it's nice and easy. You just click on wireless network and you're going to put in your password. Now you also have Bluetooth settings as well. So if you need to connect something like a speaker, which I typically would suggest because a projector like this is not going to have that great of a speaker inside of it. It does have one, so if you don't have anything at the moment, it's nice because you can kind of just play out of the speakers in the back of the projector. But if you were watching movies, you're really going to want to have a nice speaker to add on to this. So you can go ahead and connect any Bluetooth speaker to this. You've got your language settings. Then down here, this is another important one. So I can go into the projector settings right here, and you have a couple options. You can have it automatically try to snap to the wall. So sometimes it works good, sometimes it doesn't. It kind of just depends on what surface you have the projector on and then what your wall looks like. So if it doesn't work perfectly, you could actually go in here and manually adjust everything. So you can see there's 4 different points, and you can kind of move them around so that it's nice and square on the wall. Now down here, it's got the projection method. So if you're going to be mounting this on your ceiling, then you can actually switch it so it flips everything upside down. And then it also has an initial angle correction. So it's saying put this on the flat surface, select this option, and click OK to calibrate. It's going to calibrate on the wall, and it's going to try to automatically set everything up. It's going to zoom it. It's going to fix all the corners and everything like that. All right, now over here you've got your time settings, so you could set this as like a timer if you wanted to go off at a certain time. And then there's just a bunch of other settings that we don't really need to get into right now. Now you also have this files selection as well. So if you wanted to connect a USB to the back of this that maybe connects to a hard drive, then you could play stuff right off of a hard drive. So maybe you have some movies loaded on a hard drive. Then you can actually just do that from there. And then again, we've got the HDMI, so we can go and plug this into something like a computer and then play stuff off of the HDMI. So those are all the different options that you have on this page. And as you can see, the quality of this is really good, especially for the size of the projector. It's going to be able to display a 1080p display on here, and you can actually change the focus. On the settings right here, there's a up and down focus. So depending on where it is on the wall, you can increase or kind of decrease the focus. And this is also what I think it's doing, is also kind of sharpening the video as well. So if you can tell, I'm going to pull it all the way down, and you can see now that it's starting to really get blurry. But if I push it up, you can kind of try to find that spot that's nice and sharp. Now it's back to unfocused, and I'd say right there is pretty sharp, and you can just play around with that. And this is something that's kind of unique that comes with this projector. A lot of other projectors, you got to go back into the settings and then redo it every single time that you want to manage the focus. I really like the fact that this remote has the focus lever on here so that you can kind of just adjust it at any point. Otherwise, this remote is pretty simple. It's just your traditional remote that has like your numbers, your D-pad, your up, down, left, and right. And yeah, this is an awesome little projector if you're looking for something that is going to go in your room or maybe in your living room just to like watch some movies or watch some YouTube videos or something like that. It doesn't take up a lot of space. As you can see, this is what it looks like. It's really tiny. Here's the speaker over here on the back, and then there are the connections. The HDMI, you've got your headphone connection, and then you've got your USB. Then to turn it off and on, really easy. You're just going to press that button, and it's going to turn it off or on. And then one more look here at the front of the projector. It's a really cool looking tiny projector. It's just going to rotate here on this ball, and it also has a screw mount there in case you wanted to mount this upside down on your ceiling. So if you're looking for a mini projector, I would highly recommend picking this one up.